Ooh, we only got 3 minutes for the guy to pick us up. We're on the last day, guys. This is the last day. Thank God we can't be going out drinking as much as we have been.
We didn't drink that much.
Yeah, that's true. Heidi didn't drink that much. All right, I'm gonna hit the lift button here. We're gonna get a lift. We're gonna go have some breakfast.
What have you been up to?
I've been riding on a daydream. Okay, so the 2375 Lance is the first one we're going to be looking at today at the last day of the show. And they've made some changes. The steps now have some kind of support. But if you guys remember, this was one of the RVs that we were really interested in. And the seating on this was a little bit less than what we came up with. Thing about the Lances are they're very expensive, but they're very well made. This is one of the best qualities that you can get here. Now, the one that in this area, Lances are built in California. They haul them on flatbed to their locations. They do not trailer them to Ohio. So these things essentially have 0 miles on them other than what they move around here. This is the biggest one that they offered for quite a few years, except starting, I think, last year, they came out with one a little bit bigger, and I don't know if that's going to be here, but we'll take a look. We were opting for the J Lounge, but you could get this setup. Now that I see this, I kind of like that. It's kind of different. Although the newer one no longer has this rise, this was a thing that Lance did on all of theirs. The dinette was up. It doesn't slide on the ground, but the new ones do. And as far as the quality, it's just like a fine boat cabin. Everything's just thought out of pretty darn well. That's pretty decent. I think there's storage on the opposite side there. The thing that this was lacking that Heidi never liked was storage. Now, as far as the kitchen, it's probably about the same as ours. There's cabinets up above here, but there's not cabinets up above here. So that's going to be a little bit different. As far as the appliances and the stove, it's real close to what ours is. And as far as underneath here, you got some storage too, but I don't think that there's going to be any comparison compared to when you're getting into a bigger RV. You can see how low the ceiling is. Heidi knows I like towing these, don't you? I would love it because it's so small. $42,000 the show price. And Avalon here, they're in Akron. They're not that far from us. So you're getting a lot of quality, but it is a little bit more expensive. You can see the floor plan. This thing's only 28 foot, and the exterior height total is 13.5 inch, which seems to be about right, I suppose. As far as this being a family coach, no, this is a couples camper more than anything else. This is also rated for some really cool temperatures. You don't have, you have it all undersided and heated. This is where Heidi didn't like it, and I agree. The wardrobe is, kind of lacking for any period of time. We love that big window that's out front. I don't know what they call it, their sky window or star window. And again, for storage, this is the pantry for the kitchen, or at least that part is. This part here you could use for linens. There is linen storage in here, though, that should take care of everything. The shower, everything's kind of tight in here. But they make use of all the space, which we always liked. Decent cabinet. Everything's just adequate. Again, this is only 28 foot long, so you're in a pretty small unit. Storage here, and storage up above here. But again, as far as wardrobe compared to what we have, for just 2 more feet added to the length, going to 30 foot, we got so much more. One of the things they do on the Lances, which is really nice too, 2 things actually, the Smart Jack, which remembers your hitch height. So whenever you're going to disconnect, you hit a button and it remembers the height. Now we have that Easy Leveler, or that, is it called Easy Leveler? I'm sorry, it's called Level Mate Pro. That does the same thing on our phone, but this does it at the jack. Not only that, but you have 3 5-gallon propane tanks that are underneath there. The battery's stored on the other side in a compartment that's similar to this one. You can see this is vented, and there's a battery here. Some people like this option. I think that you lose storage capability with this option, but you definitely gain access to your storage. That makes it a little bit nicer. Same with us as what we have, these frameless windows. And I don't know if you can tell, they are insulated. It's a double pane window, just like ours on our Rockwood. That was something we were looking for. It's a much thicker window. And this one here, you're talking 24 foot long. Yeah, and they did bump up the size. It's a little bit better than what it used to be. So 45 for fresh gray and black. Towing this is really easy. We have torsion suspension, just like we have on ours, the Dexter torsion. And as far as the awning, you see there's no support arms. This has one of those scissor type awnings that whenever it retracts out, it's really unobtrusive to your surroundings as far as if you're camping underneath here. Now again, you have stuff exiting like the furnace and this that's blowing into the camping area. As far as the quality of the trailer though, I mean, this is where they shine. This one I'd have to think probably has more storage than what ours does, or what the other one does. The bathroom is definitely larger than the 2375. And again, the wardrobe, you're pretty much stuck with just the two hanging closets. But for a couples camper, it's not too bad. We prefer having a wall that separates, and we do prefer having a bathroom that we don't have to walk through to use at night. But the dinette is very, very comfortable and big. We sat in these before. Yeah, kind of dark, like a yacht. Heidi's directing us toward this, so let's look at it together. 29 foot, you got 60, you got 90 combined for the gray, and then 45 black. So same fresh as us, same black as us, but definitely more gray. Same size, same length, pretty much the same weight. It does have an outdoor kitchen, which ours does not. And it does have the Sure Steps. The awning's the same. It does have a rear kitchen, so you got more storage. The fact that it's a rear kitchen, not much more storage, but definitely with this here, you got a place to put some stuff. And then your cabinet up here is bigger than what we currently have. However, you don't have but just these cabinets here and no cabinets over the dinette any longer. As far as the seating, we lose 2 chairs using this unit. But I didn't even see this. You got storage here. Wow. So her kitchen storage just jumped up quite a bit going to that.
It's kind of plain though.
Yeah, I wish they had it hidden, but this is because of it having the outdoor kitchen. And it's direct, the TV's directly across from the seating. But again, you lose 2 chairs and it's the same length as ours, so it's less seating in the same length, and it's a much smaller bathroom. Although adequate, and I do like the shower. This is just a little too close, I think. Let's go ahead and do the test of test. Yeah, we can get a by, but it's awful tight. Does have a nice little window here, and there's no wardrobes. I am so sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm just enjoying the air.
There is no linen storage as in ours.
There you go.
As far as the wardrobe storage, it has this bureau, or whatever you want to call it, Heidi
This one
loves.
looks a little bit better.
Oh yeah, this isn't the one that Chris and Gail was looking at, because they wanted one with the seat in the front. As far as outlets to be utilized, oh yeah, still, that's a fail. Cabinets up above, and this is a decent amount of storage here. I guess we could use these outlets. There's USBs here and there. Guess we just wouldn't use our phone in the bed unless we had a long cord on my side, because you know I'd be on that side over there. It's not a bad unit. What do you think about it?
I don't like it.
Okay, she don't like it. One of the benefits of the Rockwoods is you can pretty much get our RV in a much smaller platform. So there's a lot of features that this one has that ours has. Not as much seating, but I want to show you that you can get the smaller units from Rockwood, and they're made very, very well. So you're talking 26 foot, freshwater is 58, gray is 60, and black is 30. And you're talking this in basically a 26 foot camper. Outdoor kitchen, you get the torsion axles, you get the Sure Steps, and the kitchen is very well laid out. It's very good in size. It's got plenty of storage. Again, same features as ours for the most part. The dinette is bigger than ours, but it is a U-shape, and you lose your couch and your other chairs, but it's because it's so small, you gain all that extra towing ability. The TV, as far as viewing, we'd be sitting at this. I'd rather see a bench seat there or something, but you've got to do what you got to do for these smaller units. The bathroom, the shower is, I think, exact same size as ours. No, it's slightly smaller. That is definitely smaller. Lots of linen storage in here. We love that. And then you could actually get dressed in this bathroom, that's for sure, after your shower. Good storage here, good medicine cabinet. And then going to the back here, this is not on a slide, and these are good sized windows. These are very big, nice, generous windows. And then your wardrobe, of course, you're going to be lacking compared to what we have. But again, this is only 25 foot long. Yeah, I could see where people would want to do this. $22,475 is the price on this. And I would think that for the money in this length, other than the seating for the TV, I don't really see a problem. So if you're not watching a lot of TV, except on rainy days, Heidi said she'll buy it and tow it. So we're going to go to the extreme here. This is 37 foot long. You're talking 120 gallons of gray. 60 fresh, that's what we have. 45 black, we got 45. But this thing, you're over 10,000 pounds when it's fully loaded. Double door, we like that. It's got higher rated tires. Lots of seating when you first get in. With the slide in, you can access everything. Much bigger residential style refrigerator. Heidi would love the kitchen all day long. She's got plenty of space. $36,000 is what they got on the show price here. You do have the dinette, just like ours. The seating here is similar to ours, but we have not these little folding tables. The couch is, that's pretty much identical to ours, if I'm not mistaken. You lose the cabinets above the dinette and the seating here, but you got all that kitchen cabinetry. Of course, big TV right across from you. And then moving into the bathroom, I think it's a little bit smaller than ours. Yeah, the shower I think is the same size. You do have good linen storage. Of course, there's your commode. You got pocket doors here. It's a little tight. And then, you know how Heidi feels about this here. And I'm going to tell you, like I say on those other models, they don't have to go without these outlets. They just do on those other models. Like the 2608, they could provide these on there, but they don't. And you also have an outlet down here, which you do on the 2608 also. TV up above, and then this large 1970s looking wardrobe that Heidi laughs. This is huge. It serves its purpose, all that. We just feel as if you don't need this much
They've
depth.
updated them though, because
They look better.
those ones just had sliding glass, mirrored.
We just think that they don't need to stick out this far.
Yeah.
There's no reason. That's plenty. I mean, we talk about wanting storage, but this is overkill. I mean, this is really overkill for storage. It's too much. And you don't need to overhang this.
Then you can't get to
Yeah,
past them.
it just makes it harder to get to these. Yeah. But big, heavy unit. I've been looking for this one for a little while, and we finally found it. This is the Rockwood fifth wheel. This is an ultralight. It's a 2898 KS. Now, I'll give you an idea, it's built just like ours, but it's a fifth wheel. You can see this is why we like a lot of that ours has. Everything inside ours is all this aluminum double welded and sometimes triple welded in the corners. Of course, it's vacuum bonded. As far as the fresh gray and black, the black's kind of suffering. I mean, we got 45 in ours, but the gray's better than ours. Our gray's 45, but the fresh is the same. You can kind of see the layout. It's a double slide. We'll go inside here as soon as some people clear out, and we'll take a look. It does have one of the slides coming out into the camping area, but it's not that deep. I think I can handle that. And it does have, of course, your levelers, like most fifth wheels do. Stepping inside, we've got typical bedroom up top. Heidi doesn't really care for that. She likes having living rooms up here. Big, nice shower. Because it's raised, the floor is lower. a little bit tight around the toilet, but as far as storage, you got a place for your linens separate. This is on a little wardrobe slide. And of course the bed. This is all nice. You lose cabinets, but you gain dressers. That's a nice area there. All right, you like that? Got a mirror so you can see myself snore at night. Oh, there's a lot of space here. Yeah, this is good room, good headroom, and you can see here, there's no way I can make this flex if I wanted to. It's one of the things I like about the Rockwoods.
It's a little close to the wall.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. It's definitely a little close. Doable, but just a little bit too close. And then down here, as far as I can tell with the slide in, it'd be close. I don't necessarily know, unless this table's moved around, if you could access the refrigerator with the slide in. I mean, it's not much of a slide. You can do your arm length test. So that's to your back shoulder, so that's here. Yeah, so your right foot, about mid of your right foot. So with that in, getting back there shouldn't be a problem. And the opposing slides are relatively small, so that's not too bad either. Good ceiling, got a ceiling fan, good ceiling height. It's not crazy tall. I don't know, can you access above the sink?
Not much.
Yeah, I don't know why they would even do that. It's so tough.
They could have brought them way down.
And the cabinets, plenty of space on either side. Of course, typically just like our stove that we have in ours already. Residential style refrigerator. There's a pantry over here, and of course some storage out here too.
You get a smaller fridge, and I think it's a bigger pantry.
Oh, it's an option.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a large fridge,
Yeah.
but
Really?
I don't know. Maybe one day. Yeah, I don't think so either. And only 3 slides, so that's not too bad. About 4 slides counting the wardrobe, so not too bad. And the pricing on that is $39,330. So this was well within our range when we were shopping. Yeah, it's not terribly bad. The hitch weight, 1,500 pounds. Yeah, we could haul this with our truck. It's 10,000 pounds fully loaded. We could do that. Heidi says, sure, why not? We're going to try to cover these aluminum toy haulers a little bit more. These are ATCs. Again, this is out near us in Alliance. And there's so many benefits, but we wanted to show a little bit more, talk about them a little bit more, about how this is a real trailer. And you can see some of the reasons that people go with these. One-piece aluminum, no vinyl, no seams, and if your floor gets dirty, you get a flood, whatever, you just pull up your subfloor, whatever you want to put down, and rinse it out. It's done. In this case, this one is pretty much a real toy hauler, just a car hauler. Not really much going on in here except for taking care of yourself for the day. Refrigerator. Sleeping. Yeah, you better sleep in the car that you brought, or you're going to drop that bed down and sleep back there. But there's a lot of options. Like in this case, you can see it's got an onboard fuel tank. So I'm sure it's got an onboard generator also. It's kind of nice that you just fire it up, power yourself up, and you have fuel on board to take care of that and whatever thing you might be driving around playing on. Side by sides, I guess that's getting to be very popular from what I can tell. Pricing on these are a little bit more expensive because how good they're built and how much aluminum's involved. $55,000 is what you're talking on this one, so $55,500. Again, this might be your thing. Okay, again, staying with the whole toy hauler thing, this is Asdale, but this one here is a little bit more on the residential side. All these doors, it seems strange. You're going through metal doors. You're dealing with metal, real metal. The walls, though, they put paneling in here to make it a little bit more homey. Big latch cabinets. Same here. As far as
Like
hanging
being in the ER.
Yeah, it does make you feel like it's in a hospital. It's so stainless and so sterile. But of course, you have a bedroom. Stay away from all the other stuff. And as far as coming in here, you get as far as your bathroom. Again, kind of clinical, but it gives you a real clean feeling. Very roomy inside here. Your cabinets underneath, got storage there, and storage up above. But again, very clinical feeling. Here's your control center, again, onboard fuel tanks, onboard generator. Gives you all the power you need wherever you're at. And then this is going to be Heidi's kitchen. What do you think? Plenty of storage, right? I mean, look up above.
Yeah, it's nice.
Microwave's easy to get to. Simple dinette, and if you guys don't need a toy hauler, it doesn't mean you can't make this an office area. You can put down whatever flooring you want, and you can put your desk in here. You can put whatever it is you want to put in here. You can make this a couch, a full-blown couch, and I'm talking not stuff you have to buy to fit an RV. You just buy residential stuff. And then, of course, you got the deck out the back. You can get railing for the deck on the back, and I'm sure you can get an awning off the back, too, to where you could actually have a seating area out there. And, of course, there is an awning available on the side of this, too, to retract out.
So it looks like they put these down. It's made exactly for this, and you probably take it out and spray it off.
Yeah. Yeah, and it is padded, too. It's got some padding to it.
It's pretty nice.
These are really slick. So this one, you got $68,500. And, again, this is a real trailer. This thing will last longer, darn near longer than any RV that's being built currently, just because of what it is to start with.
Well, as long as you take care of it, too.
As long as you take care of it, you got it. But yeah, I like not so much the furniture that I'm looking at, but the furniture that I could be putting in here, and the way I could, do this out to make it the way I want it to be. So I would pretty much expect that probably I would take all this out. We would put in a really nice big booth dinette for ourselves, and back there a couple of big recliners, and of course, like I say, in the back we could put railing in the back, and you could have an awning. You could put a screened in room. All that would actually become your living area. And you know how I am with generators. This thing would be so easy to boondock because it already has the generator. It's already have an onboard gas tank, and to put solar on top wouldn't be a big issue at all. I think it's pretty nice. All this thing's sealed off. Look at all these bulb seals. Tight. The one thing that you might see that might be a little bit harder to deal with, though, is how low it sets, which is awesome for towing. However, when you get to a campsite that's unlevel, you're going to have a little bit harder time leveling it out since it's so long and it is so low. But the good news is it's one of those that if you are traveling and you get into those low areas that you're going to drag the back of your RV, this one you can drag. You can put those steel wheels underneath and it's not going to break off the bumper like it does on the RVs that are currently out there like ours. But yeah, this is an area that I would love to utilize when we were out. Even though they got that screened in area there, I think I would like to extend out and do more back here. They're getting into the travel trailer market is the rumor. However, right now, as far as the king of the hill that they have to offer, you're looking at a fifth wheel toy hauler like this one here. Of course, you can get bigger, but a couple 20-pound propane tanks, and you can see you got an Onan generator in there. It's a 7,000 watt Onan. Of course, it has an onboard gas tank to handle the needs that has and anything else you may want to fuel up. Here's your storage, here's your leveling hydraulics, there's your battery with the vent. And again, I'm not going to go over all the construction on this, but you're talking about a very clinical, tight unit. $89,900. You're going to look at the bathroom first, and it's identical pretty much to the one we just looked at, same size. And then the bedroom stepping up in here. Extra storage, more than what was in the other one. Storage both sides of the bed. It's very tight in here. Everything seems really, it's dampened. The sound in here is really dampened. And then of course down in the fifth wheel part of things, or the toy hauler part of things, whatever furniture you want to put in here, you can. Double-sided.
Take it right here.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna sign you up.
But yeah, the best part about it is if you guys want to make this your RV, it does have a bed that drops down, but you can do whatever you want back here. Put in an office, it doesn't make a difference. And as far as the platform in the back, that's extra living for sure. And then here we are, tank, self-leveling, and then of course the generator and everything's here too. USB ports, there's power ports throughout, you can see, so it's not bare. Real high ceilings. You can deck this out however you want. I mean, it's pretty slick. Very, very slick. So you guys know what we just looked at was the 36-foot model. This thing only weighs 7,000 pounds. Of course, once you get it loaded, it's going to weigh a little bit more than that. And the options as far as the tanks that you can get in here, on the 32-foot model, which is the shorter one than this, you can still get 100 gallons. This one has 200 gallons of fresh water. 45 gallons of gray, 45 gallons of black, but 200 gallons of fresh water. You have a 10-gallon water tank for the heated water. Just, it's incredible the way they can build these things, and they're made to go out and be used for a period of time. Of course, you can haul 5,000 pounds in the back of this if you needed, but you don't really need to. You see, it's a nice looking unit. I think it looks pretty nice. They're good neutral colors. There's nothing wrong with it. But yeah, there's a lot of features here. You need to look into these. Again, we was just talking to Doug. He's from Alliance, and yeah, get in touch with All Pro RV in Alliance, Ohio, and they can give you the lowdown on these things. And look forward to them potentially having travel trailers here shortly. Thanks, guys. So we're taking a break. We've been here a little while now, and I don't know, we're all campered out. We've got about, well, I don't know, maybe another hour and a half here, and we're probably going to call it quits. This place is packed. It's nothing like it was the last couple days.
Wednesday and Thursday would be the best days to come.
If you guys want to have full reign of a lot of the RVs with very little interference, yeah, definitely Wednesday and Thursday. And then, like she's saying, you're talking Friday and then Saturday. Friday was even better than today. Saturday by far is the worst day. At least it is now. I mean, the weather's really, really nice. So
Sunday will probably be pretty busy too.
Yeah, there's a lot of people seem to be coming on Sunday.
So if you really want to get into each and every RV, camper, van, whatever you're looking for, definitely Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah. So that's up to you guys what you want to do, or what you can do. Some guys, you know.
Okay.
But I suggest maybe you take off work, use a vacation day. It'd be a lot easier then. So we'll see what else we may cover or may not cover. What do you think?
Right.
Okay. So we had a subscriber that asked us about the weights of these destination trailers versus fifth wheels, and maybe what the weight comparison would be. This is definitely a destination trailer, as we're getting ready to see here. But the weight on this one is 13,855 pounds. Now the thing is that I wanted to know is, why is it that these seem to be much bigger than a fifth wheel, yet they weigh less than some of the fifth wheels that are about the same size? And it does have to do with build quality. You got to remember that these aren't made to necessarily go down the road a lot. These are made to go somewhere and sit. So as far as reinforcing and strengthening, it's not the same as a fifth wheel. It's being used all the time, or even a toy hauler for that matter. So in this case, you're looking at a 42-foot, and this is huge. There's a loft in this one, much taller than you think. The price also reflects that the build quality is not quite up to what fifth wheels are. But this is one of those units that you just take, bring it to where you need to go, washer dryer hookup, and leave it there and be done with it. Of course, we'll try to go through here as best as possible. There's lots of storage, which is expected, but there's only so much room available, and this is the loft as we go upstairs. Again, much, much, much taller than a fifth wheel. Lots of sleeping up here. I am stooped down, just to let you know, but there is room up there. And
you can put a washer and dryer in the back bedroom.
It's pretty
typical.
nice.
Yeah, all typical. Open sky.
41.9.
And again, the price reflects why they're built a little bit cheaper than what a fifth wheel was, because once they get there, they don't need to worry about them falling apart. Whereas if you get a fifth wheel, that thing is going to be traveling around and getting beat down the road a lot more.
Nice though.
Yeah, very nice. I mean, it's open air. You can see the loft up there. But it's just a different way of thinking. So yes, that's why the difference in the weights. Then you have destination campers that are like this one, which are totally different. These are ones that you have to have professionally moved to a location and dropped off. You can see the 4 axles on this one down below. You can see what this one looks like here. I'll show you the trailer frame. You know, this isn't something that you're going to be hauling. This is something that you get hauled. And it's a home. It's basically a home on wheels. Now, some people like to categorize these as tiny homes, but I don't get that at all, because this home is not tiny by no means. We'll take a look at it and you guys can decide. We'll just walk through. Not a lot of commentating on this because there's so many people. Hey, you can see upstairs.
Oh, there's one with the section on it.
They paid $35,000 for it. The trade-in value says $14,250. It's 3 years old.
Residential everything. And it's like buying a home. I do like how nice and open that is up there. Yeah. Of course, no slides, because why would you? Bathroom's crazy big. Shower's much bigger than anybody needs.
That's funny.
Yeah, it is funny. Yeah, you guys can see that upper deck.
You can't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Try to show you this big one. There's a lot of people in here sitting down watching TV, but this thing is huge. It's very, very big. 15,560 pounds. It's a dually diesel shown as a towing vehicle. 13-foot garage. There is a loft. And you take a peek up here. Traditional bedroom storage for linens. Not bad. Heidi's not a fan of those sinks. A wardrobe slide, so that's a good addition. The bedrooms, I like the bookshelf area there in the front. But yeah, she don't care for the sink. Sit down shower though. Slides in and be awful difficult to get to everything that you need, but you're not doing that with this one necessarily. Large pantry. Big residential fridge. You do have a loft up above here.
If you got a washer dryer combo there, you're not.
What do you know?
Hey, how you doing?
Okay, so we're all finished after 4 days. That's the end of the 2020 RV show. And we found probably 5 units Heidi bought.
You made me buy them.
Actually, there's some pretty decent units out there, and we might think about that in the future, but it's fun to see. Now, as far as the temperature outside, we've gone from about 67 degrees to it's 44 currently. They said the high actually got up to 69 today, and we're only at 5 o'clock.
It's chilly.
Yeah, we met a lot of great people here, and man, we got a lot of people we need to meet up with when we're on the road. So we're going to close this out. We got to get something to eat on the way back to the hotel, and then of course Uber's going to take us there, and then that's it. We'll start our ride home tomorrow. So we'll pick this up. I don't know, maybe sometime tonight, but most likely it'll be tomorrow morning. We'll see. So we'll see you then. Well, the truck's down there getting warmed up. Looks like everybody's starting to pack up. I can't believe we got ice on everything. That was some weird weather yesterday. So this is the last day.
We're done. We're doneage. The weather. I'll tell you what the weather was like yesterday. We got up. It was 60 some degrees when we first got up. By the time we got out to get after breakfast and all that, it was 67 degrees. Now this is where it gets really weird. When we left the show, it was about 4-ish, 5 maybe? No. A little bit earlier than that. No.
It was about 4 or
Yeah.
4:30.
Yeah, 4:30. It was 44 degrees. So much colder. So that's expected. We've seen that before. You know, a front has come through and it got real cold. And, you know, it was rainy and it was cold. It dropped, 23 degrees. By the time we got, we stopped, had something to eat. We got back to the hotel. And then Heidi had gone outside to do a little smoke. It was 61 degrees. I've never seen it to where the high temperature happened at the beginning of the day and the end of the day, or
It was actually there was a cool breeze by the time I was coming back in, so I could tell it was going to be cold. What is it, 36 degrees right now?
yeah. So I'm wondering why I'm stuffy nose and my ears a little clogged up, and yeah, it's a weather thing. You know how we're going to close this one out from the great area of Middleburg Heights and the 2020 Cleveland IX Center RV Super Show. What do we say?
As always, hope to see you out there. Bye.
Bye.